Hi guys, it's Vimla Devi, and I am here to share with you my life experiences, which was disaster. I'm going to name you the disaster and take you through it. So I hope that it may relate to some of you out there, and I am still in one piece in spite of all those disasters I had been through. I must admit that I had not been on any occasion depressed or had any mental health illness. Somehow existence had taken me through all this, and I thank Source for that. I had a faith, okay? All the time I had faith. The first disaster that happened was I had my son, and I was a single parent then, and I was managing his private education with the father, but all of a sudden my son wanted to continue doing his private education even in his A and O levels, but the father refused to support him. So anyway, when that went, I don't know how I managed to see him single-handedly through his private education, maintaining a house and a car and all the luxury things you would have. At a point where it came that it was very difficult, but somehow the money came from somewhere. And I said, because I had a faith, I believe that whatever comes in my path is auspiciousness, and it will see me through. My faith will see me through. Okay, so that was the first thing that I overcame. And soon after that, I had another disaster, which was my marriage breaking up, which means every penny stops coming in, and it was not so much for me. I mean, I was more concerned about my son, how he was going to cope with it and so forth. Again, my faith came into play, and I overcame that as well. All right, and I was working full-time. Okay, the next disaster came was I was down the motorway, and I was tired, and that's where I used to work. I used to travel to work every day down the motorway. And this particular day, I was just so tired, and I closed my eye for a second. And next thing what I knew was my car somersaulted in the air. It was a new car as well I had. It was a brand new car. It somersaulted in the air. It turned around, hit two ridges in fact. Two ridges, turned around and faced the way that I was supposed to carry on my journey. And it was in a sort of a hanging fashion, over the cliff type. But I was still seated there with my strap on, without anything touching on me. The front screen, the glass all crackled up, but nothing touched me. And I felt that there was some divine intervention here, because I had strong faith, and I knew it was not time for me to go. And as the car somersaulted, I thought it looked beautiful. It was all crackling up, and the sun was shining through, and it didn't kill anybody. There were lots of people, cars going around. Nobody was touched. And as the car landed on the other side, the ambulance came, the police came, people around ran to me, and they were also shocked at how I was untouched by it all. They took my blood pressure, took me to the hospital, rushed me there, but nothing. My blood pressure was so normal. I was chatting away. There was not even a scratch on my body. But how could that happen? It can't be by luck. And this is what I believe in my faith. Anything that happens in my life is auspiciousness. So I take it as something that I need to learn from and move on and find the solution for the next thing. So and I knew that there was something greater than me out there that is looking out for me. So I managed to overcome that. Okay, the car incident is over. And then came when I had to lose my house. And this was through my ill health. Yeah, let me go to my ill health first, because as I was rushing off to work one day, I had a terrible fall from upstairs to down, fell on one side, didn't think much about it, went off, rushed off to work. Couple of months, I didn't take care of it at all. And couple of months down the line, I started limping, and there was a lot of pain on that side as well, towards my hip. And then took myself to the hospital to find out that because I didn't attend to my trauma at that time of the fall, it had led on to severe osteoarthritis, and I needed emergency operation. But because of my faith, I refused to have that operation. I know it was silly at that time. I should have accepted it, but I didn't. And whatever the reason was, I didn't. I said, no, I want natural healing. I've got a faith, and I know I can be naturally healed. And which carried on that way. And I started limping. I started using stick, crutches. And my pain threshold was actually very high. I refused to have that emergency operation, but I carried on seeking for having my healing. So no painkiller could touch me. I don't take any painkillers. And when I was told that I had to take for this, even though I took, but it just didn't help me. So I left it. And for 2 years, believe it or not, I didn't have any painkillers, and I carried on limping and so forth with the crutches, and I lived a life, and I did everything what I should be doing. Due to that, I lost my job, and I was self-employed, which means I didn't have any income coming in. And in spite of that, I was seeing to my son's education abroad. He was doing medicine, and he's still doing it, and there was no income coming in. But how on earth you would have thought that I could manage to find shelter for myself, because I lost the house, but I went into renting. But where did the money come? I didn't live off the government. No, I don't believe in that, and I didn't live off the government. So, but I couldn't understand myself, where was the money coming in to pay monthly to keep my son in medical school, because he was abroad. He didn't get any tuition fees or any grant or anything like that. So where is this? This can't be by luck. I was not getting any penny coming into my bank account for over the 2-year period, and yet I was able to see him through. I was able to have shelter. I was able to have my normal food, whatever I wanted to eat. My son was happy where he was. So what is this? And that's why, if anyone out there, you think that you're at a dead end. No, I lost my house, I lost my marriage, I lost my health especially. Everybody would want that. And if you had lost everything else but health remains, that is a big blessing, because at that time I was quite cocky actually when I had my health, good health. I was thinking, oh, I am earning so much, I can do everything. My marriage failed, all right, that's okay. I can still maintain my son at medical school, I can still maintain my house. But no, that is not it. Things happen. And it happened to me. I lost everything, but when I lost my health is when I started seeking that there has to be something more to life. And I found it. It is still divine. I will talk to you about it in another video. I still have faith, and that is what I believe has brought me to where I am now. Without going under any form of depression or sadness or low moods for a long periods. Yes, I was sad for a short period, that's it. And I started looking for solutions, and that is what kept me going. And that is what I would really like to share with you as well. Through thick and thin, always look for a solution. It is out there. And hope I can share with you more during our journey through yours and my difficult times. So thanks for being with me here. And if you have any comments, you're going through any difficult times in your life, drop me a comment or a question, and I'm more than happy to share with you and see you through to overcome that, and see you on the other side, being happy and dropping depression or sadness for long. Okay, thanks for joining me, and see you on my next video. Bye for now. Cheerio.